Ignorance on fire is more powerful than knowledge on ice. Ignorance on fire is more powerful than knowledge on ice. I want you to understand this. If you are, listen, you're a presenter, you want to spread your message, you want to reach more people. Think about this. How many times you were in school and you found yourself with a really nice teacher, that taught a lot. You had some teachers that would teach the same information. You might have three teachers that all teach math, three teachers that all teach English, but it's always that one teacher that you like more than others. Usually it's because of what? Usually there's some sort of the way they taught and they helped you retain the information. They gave you some sort of emotional connection that you were able to retain the information where you own the information. Think about it. Even as a kid, when you learn math, you didn't just learn 5 plus 5 equals 10. No, they gave you something that you could emotionally appeal to. Hey, imagine you got 5 red apples and you get 5 more red apples. Now you can visualize it, you can see it. And the more that you can see it, the more you can feel, now you have a better emotional connection. So I'm trying to listen. You want to understand that as a speaker, everything you want to have a balance. You don't want to get people too excited where they're too stimulated. You got some people who motivate crowds and they're so motivated that at the end of it, they just want to do something. They're ready to knock people down. They're ready to get the business started. They're ready to take over the world, but they have no steps. And then the other side, you have people, they know 100 different ways to tie their shoes because they learned 100 different strategies and techniques and skills, and they're researching. But guess what? At the end of the day, they don't have the emotion to actually go make things happen, right? It's like I can teach you all day about how electricity works and how sockets work. But until you actually grab a light bulb, if you don't grab that bulb and put it in a socket and turn it, guess what? You're not going to have any light, regardless of the information that you have. So I want you to know, first of all, knowledge is not power. If knowledge was power, the library would be one of the most that will be running the world. Okay, it's not the knowledge, it's the application of that knowledge. How do we apply that? We apply it through emotion, through stories, through remembering things, feeling things, getting up, standing up, moving around. So we want to apply more emotion when we are selling things. You want to have an emotion connection. Excitement is over 50%. Now, I'm not talking fake excitement, I'm talking about real deal, you finding a way that you have an emotional connection by you telling your story, not just up, but there's all sorts of emotional shifts that you're going to have as a speaker, right? You want to take them on emotional shifts. Think about what's some of your favorite movies. These are movies that there's points where they're, guess what? So you got a character, their life is good, it goes up, it goes way down and gets worse, and then it gets back up again. But they take you through an emotional roller coaster. That's what makes the story interesting, is how can you get out of this situation? Oh my God, he's in it so bad. There's no way she's going to get out. How she's going to make it? Those are the emotional connections that you have. Hollywood spends so much money on these special effects and things and these stories, lines, and these writers to make sure that the emotional connection is there, that you connect with the characters and you go on that emotional roller coaster. This is why people will listen to music all day to create these emotional shifts. So you as a speaker, not only do you need to incorporate emotion while you're teaching people and speaking, but also check this out. You need to know how to ignite your own inner dynamite and how to get your own self excited and sparked up and charged to do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like it. So how do you go about doing that? So it's a couple ways, right? So one, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you some simple strategy to do it. Okay. And I write about this in my book. It's called Ignite Your Inner Dynamite, how to get motivated and stay motivated. First of all, you have to know yourself. You have to know what moves you. We all have different values. We all are stimulated by different things. You have to know what really gets you excited. Look in your past. Is it certain movies? Is it certain music? Right? I did a photo shoot one time, and the photographer was taking, she had music playing in the background. She's taking pictures, and it was some nice music. The music was cool, and we're doing some nice photos. I'm posing, you know how I do my poses. And so she asked me, she said, would you like to change the music? I said, yeah, let me go to one of my favorite artists. I went to one of my favorite artists, and as soon as the music came on, I like my gestures were changing. I'm all in the camera. I'm putting my face all in the camera. I'm looking, and so it was a whole nother vibe because the emotion was there, and so that's what you got to know, how to ignite your inner dynamite and know what really moves you. Is it certain music? Is it certain food? I'm gonna tell you one thing, that if you want to just help get yourself conditioned to be in a good emotion, because mastering your mood is something that you can be in condition to do, that you can condition yourself to easily get yourself there, right? Think about that. Think about it. It's no different than if you're with your romantic partner and you guys want to get in the mood, right? There's certain things that you can do to get yourself in the mood if you know yourself. Know thyself. All right, what can you do? So I'm gonna give you a easy thing you can do. One thing is the power of cold showers. I will tell you this: when you do cold showers, what I mean by cold showers, that doesn't mean you just hop in some ice cold water. No, you take a regular shower, warm water. I love warm water. And then the last 1 minute, right before you get out the shower, you turn it ice cold. Icy cold. I'm talking about icy cold. Icy cold. That's what you want. When you get that type of reaction, see what happens is now you're breathing. Now it's waking you up. Your cardiovascular system is waking up. Your muscles are being stimulated. All of your cells are now changing. Your adrenaline is rushing, right? And so now you're getting charged up. And that's what you want, because now you are now training your body to get into a peak like state. You're almost saying be trained to survive. Come on, let's go into survival instinct. Now that's what you want. And if you do this once a day, you do a 1 minute worth of cold water per day, cold water, boom, all over your head, everywhere. Not only will it help you look better and be healthier, but you will naturally be more charged up. All right, cold shower. Second thing is drinking lots of water. In fact, drink more water at night. When you drink more water, especially at least, let's say, half a gallon of water a day at minimum, the more water that you're drinking, what happens is the next day, it's like the more fluid that's in your body, it's easier for you to wake up. You just wake up the next, because those toxins and stuff are out of your body. You're getting rid of some of those parasites, some of that negative bacteria, the stuff that's got you sluggish. Your body, most of the time, your body energy isn't there because your body's busy trying to digest. If you constantly eating foods every 4 or 5 hours, every time I don't care if it's a few crackers, when your body's trying to digest that, the energy that you would normally have is now being spent on digesting the food, especially if you're eating red meat. So if you're eating a lot of food, especially red meat, but any food really in particular, you're taking away from what your energy could be if you're just constantly eating, right? So I would recommend that you, one, drink lots of water. That way you're flushing out your digestive system. And then two, when you eat foods, try to eat foods that are going to fuel you, whether that be, apples, vegetables, things that are kind of alkaline based that keep you fueled up. I hear some people that talk about, don't get so concerned about health. You're going to die one day, and just focus on your spirituality. Look, let me tell you something. Your health, so you got to know, this is where you got to know yourself. Your health, they say, is not just your wealth, but your health is your vehicle. This is what helps keeps you so that you can do what you need to do spiritually. So you can go out and do your work, especially as a speaker and a communicator, because you have to remember that most people that you're speaking to and you're communicating to, they want to feel like you. Remember, when you're on that stage, all you're doing is transferring energy to them. So you want to do these things to make sure your energy is charged up. You are energy rich. You putting yourself in a peak-like state. So there's a lot of different things we can do. I'll talk about this more on more videos if y'all want to hear it. But again, you want to definitely use energy by using, when you talk to other people, by telling stories, getting yourself excited, moving around, being honest, right? Actually telling something from a sincere place. But then also you want to charge yourself up as well by doing things like taking that cold shower, drinking water, lots of water every day, going for at least one walk every single day, and breathing. That's really one of the most important things, is breathing, and not just deep breaths, but breathing to your full capacity. until your lungs can't open up anymore. Breathe all the way and then let a little bit out. Do that 30 times. It's called the Wim Hof method. Do some research on that. We're going to call it the Dr. Jackson method. Hey, baby. All right. So do some of these things. Get yourself charged up, geeked up, and that way you will become more unstoppable. But I want you to know, ignorance on fire is more powerful than knowledge on ice. So if you are that presenter and you're excited and super motivated, I want you to stay motivated, but also make sure you slow down to give people some practical information and steps so they can apply a little bit at a time, gradually each day. If you are the person that just likes to be information content, I want you to realize your information alone is not enough power. They need the ability to look within themselves, dig deep, and harness that mind state, because really everything that we do is going to be a result to the emotional state that we're in while we're doing it. So you got to get yourself charged up, have a good balance there so that you can be able to fuel yourself to your freedom and be able to ignite your inner dynamite. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page, get the book as well, Shut Up and Hustle, link in the description. Subscribe. I'll be seeing you soon.